They had been gone for 1,500 years, and then, in just a single moment, they returned. But their comeback was completely by chance. An unexpected darkness covered their spirits, and fear never left them. I'm not just here to tell you about the destruction in Pompeii, but to share the true story of the people who turned to stone. If you're ready, this is a story far more ruthless than any horror movie. Lean back and get ready for this thrilling 2,000-year-old journey. Pompeii, in 79 AD, was part of the Roman Empire. Thanks to its fertile volcanic soil and thriving trade, the city was wealthy and bustling. Roman nobles spent their summers here. Gladiator fights, wild parties, and luxurious baths were all part of daily life. The city was also advanced in architecture and art. Wealthy Pompeians created buildings and designs that would influence European architecture for centuries. Over 100 taverns and inns welcomed travelers and sailors, and the most profitable business of all was baking bread. Despite living their daily lives, Pompeians were starting to notice something was off. Small earthquakes had been shaking the city for weeks. Water pipes were damaged, some baths and pools became unusable, and half of the population, especially the wealthy, had begun leaving the city. No one realized that the volcano, long dormant, was about to wake. And by the time they understood, it would already be too late. On the morning of October 24, 79 AD, the volcano erupted. The first explosion covered the city in ash and debris. People had no idea what was happening, and panic began to spread. At noon, the second, far more catastrophic eruption occurred. Lava, ash, and pumice shot 35 kilometers into the sky. The air turned black, the sun disappeared, and people ran through the streets, desperately seeking shelter. The devastation was unimaginable. Lava and pumice, superheated to 350 degrees Celsius, engulfed the city in an instant. People died in seconds, some while sleeping, others clinging to their loved ones, praying to the gods, all frozen in time. Archaeologists have found the remains of 396 people who died under the pumice rain. In total, nearly 2,000 people lost their lives in the Pompeii disaster. Most were the elderly, the sick, devoted family members unwilling to abandon loved ones, and enslaved people. Only a few wealthy citizens survived. The city was buried under ash and debris, but this disaster also left us a legacy, one of the best preserved cities of the Roman world. Today, archaeological excavations in Pompeii allow us to see the people's last moments, their fear, and the full scale of the tragedy. Pompeians were humans, just like us. They had families, emotions, dreams, and hopes. But in the face of nature's power, nothing could save them. This was not a punishment from the gods, it was a stark reminder of how fragile life can be. Even after 2,000 years, their story speaks to us, a city frozen in time, teaching that every moment is precious, and that no matter how secure we feel, life can change in an instant. Remember them not just as victims of a disaster, but as people who lived, loved, and dreamed, just like you and me.
Thank you so much for watching. If you find this story interesting, don't forget the like video and subscribe to the channel for more historical content. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Stay safe and see you next time.